Alright guys, hi. Welcome back. Welcome back to another Silent Hill video. Yes, I know, we're gonna give it a break, right? But there's a lot of things that are going on with Silent Hill alone. Grab your drinks, grab your snacks. I got me a McDonald's sweet tea. It's so delicious. See, side note, with McDonald's, there's not a lot of things I do like, but something special about their sweet tea. And then I make an Armour Palmer with lemonade and sweet tea. The best. Yes, McDonald's has lemonade now. I don't drink their lemonade on a side note, but I mix it with my sweet tea. It's delicious. But anywho's, so you already know what to do. Any likes, subscribes definitely greatly help the channel. I will greatly appreciate it, obviously. But as you already know what to do, guys, welcome to another Silent Hill video. I made a joke. I made a joke recently, and it was like, I might as well just make my channel completely predominantly Silent Hill because it feels like I talk about it a lot. But Silent Hill is a passion. Silent Hill is a love, and I appreciate what has been done with this game alone. The movies, we're about to get to that. So, before you, tea, drinking. So, guys, as you know, Return to Silent Hill is on the Virtue, right? And yes, I will be showing you the trailer. I'll be showing you some things where we talk to the director of Return to Silent Hill. He is the same director that directed the other Silent Hill movies. So he's been with Silent Hill for a while now, right? And as you can tell from this title of this video, do you think it's a good idea? Now, me being who I am that loves this franchise, I'm not going to be biased. I'm not going to be like, it's amazing, go ahead, do it. I'm going to give my honest, complete, honest, non-biased opinion, right? And I am going to give it to you now. A little bit for the fellow individuals out there that probably never seen Silent Hill, don't know what a Silent Hill is, don't get the memes, don't get the, just don't get exactly what the hell is going on. Maybe seen the game, but maybe didn't see the game, or came in on the remake, but never played the originals, don't know what Silent Hill is. Let me give you just a rough draft. Silent Hill is a survival horror game where each video game has a main antagonist, protagonist that you play. Now, some say that the stories from 1, 2, and 3 are connected. Some say just the stories from 1 and 3 are connected. Some say none of them are connected. Silent Hill is basically, from my understanding, is a purgatory where they punish the individual that was called to this place. Recently, go check out my gameplay, guys. I've played 3 on HD Collection. I've played 2, the original, and I've also played the remake of 2. Silent Hill F is on the go, and we're just getting it out there, right? So I will eventually make another Silent Hill video, hopefully not too soon, where I talk about each individual games if you guys want it. I know I kind of want to talk about them because a lot of them have really great stories. So Silent Hill initially is your own personal purgatory, initially punishing you for your deep-seated issues, problems, insecurities, whatever. So take Silent Hill 2. I know I said I was going to talk about it again for a while, but just kind of giving everyone a clip's note, right? Silent Hill 2 was punishing James for what he did to his wife. Spoiler alert. Okay, so that's why the monsters are all female, excluding Abstract Daddy, that was specifically for Angela. Yes, Angela is not necessarily connected to James, but she also did something, though yes, it was in the sense of defense. She still did something where she was not the judgment of. So she is in purgatory. Same thing with James. What he did was not out of necessarily malicious. He was tired, hurt, and he just had enough. So he cracked and broke down. And that was the result. Eddie is just as a social psychopath. And you're probably wondering, how a social psychopath with two people who did something initially that initially in their minds was the best choice, but it wasn't? It's because of that exactly reason. Purgatory don't have an initial, have an initial who's guilty and who's not guilty kind of conscience. It's more of you did something wrong. Now that's why we had to initially take out Eddie for his punishment. Now he's forever gone and probably is going lower into hell initially. And that's how I interpret Silent Hill. Now there are some comic books and other things out there about Silent Hill that gives you a little bit more information on the backstory, but we're not talking about that too much. But initially, that's the basics of Silent Hill from my understanding. Most of Silent Hill is up for interpretation, so do I suggest you guys play the game? Yes, play the games. They're really good. They're either tear jerkers. They make you immerse yourself into the world. They make you get attached to these characters, even if not maybe so the side characters, but just the main character. It makes you wonder what the hell is going on. And that was my biggest curiosity, like what's the depths of Silent Hill and what's really going on. And yes, some other titles that you can play currently, I believe is still on the, I have to check it, but still on the PlayStation Store. Could be wrong, so don't come for me, guys. That Silent Hill: The Short Message should still be free. I still have it downloaded on my PlayStation 5, and it's a good play. So we're getting a lot of wonderful content out there for Silent Hill, and I'm excited. So now back to the movie. So yes, there is a release date, guys. Clap, 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 clap. A round of applause. There's a release date. The release date right now so far, and we're going to say hypothetically, because things can change. As movies go further, things get delayed, actors might get sick, they might have other projects. Right now, the date is January 2026. There's not like a date, but we'll go into that because I pulled up some things as well that we can read and kind of see what's going on. Now, once we're done with all that, I'm going to give you my full analysis on if I truly believe if this is a good idea. So let's go ahead and jump on that, guys. Let me get my handy dandy glasses on because your girl is blind sometimes, especially with all these lights in my face. So guys, so now we're on the Silent Hill Memories. It's silenthill.memories.net. It's basically news archive of 2025. So Silent Hill 1 remake is in development, and yes, we will be talking about that on this one as well. Or actually no, let's make that a separate video since we're just talking about the movie. But Silent Hill 1 is in development. Silent Hill F is coming out very soon, and that's all we got. I don't see anything about the movie, like at all. So that was kind of like, okay, sure. Look, there's Robbie. Robbie is so cute. So then I went to PC Gamer pcgamer.com. Now, of course, anything I say, especially off a website, just be on your, like I said, don't take it to heart. But so far, everywhere I've looked, the date is official so far. So Return to Silent Hill finally has a release date, and there's not long left to wait now. So it's been a huge week for the Silent Hill fans. There has been Silent Hill F trailer, release date drop, news of who's starring in the upcoming film adaptation of Silent Hill 2. And now so they're saying that basically Silent Hill 2, this movie is supposed to be based off Silent Hill 2 again. Okay? And now we even have a release date for it. Wait and hold a second. What do you mean? Okay, we don't have to read all that. Okay. See, we don't need all that, blah, 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 blah. So, Jeremy Irvin, who is best known for the roles in War Horse, I probably said his name incorrectly. I'm so sorry, guys. But Jeremy Irvine, I'll put a picture and his name up. Best known roles for War Horse, Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again, Great Expectations, will be playing James Sutherland. Meanwhile, Hannah Emily Anderson, who was in Jigsaw, X-Men, Dark Phoenix, and The Purge, has cast as Mary/Maria. So, Return to Silent Hill is a mythological, I hate when they call it that, but yeah, it's basically what it is. To a point. Return to Silent Hill, mythological love story about someone who's deeply in love. Huh? Wait. That sounds weirdly wrong, and I'll explain more of that in a minute. Deeply in love. They're willing to go to hell to save someone. Why does that sound wrong, guys? Okay, Gaines said, Gaines is the director. I'm delighted to have have the wonderful talents of both Jeremy and Hannah take us on the journey into a psychological horror world that I hope will both satisfy and surprise fans of Silent Hill. Gaines actually discussed the film's synopsis, can't pronounce it, guys, not too long ago, promising fans that the movie would be a faithful adaptation of the video game. Faithful, right? Okay. Promises have been broken before. Facts. But I'm actually not bothered about how faithful the film will be. He's just curious, whoever's writing this article. I've been okay. So he's talking about how the Silent Hill 2006 film, about the scene about Pyramid Heads ripping off someone's skin and throwing it at the wall. Yeah, he's so queasy about that. Okay, so that's all we got. So we got characters, we got that. And it is soon to be released. And shout out to Ellie Gold. Oh, I'm sorry if I chopped up your name. I'm so sorry, girl. I wasn't trying to. I promise. Exciting. So, this is from the Silent Hill official website. And this is a little information on there, of course. And we're going to watch it. And, of course, I turned down the volume a little bit. And let's watch it. Let's go ahead and get some information. And this is clips from the originals, the first Silent Hill movie in 2006.
This return is my return to a world, a universe that I have touched in 2006, 15 years ago. The film was a great success, and we decided to go back to the best of his stories, I mean Silent Hill 2. The film is the story of a young guy coming back to Silent Hill where he has known a great love, and what he's going to find is a pure nightmare.
I have the chance of being very close with Christoph, and we together has achieved to convince Konami that there is a new version of Silent Hill that needs to be done, and they are 100% on board.
In the first Silent Hill, we were exploring a world, the world of this small town, completely closed into the mist. It was like being trapped into a Twilight Zone. But in the second game, you know, the creator of the game have changed the rules, you know. We were basically going back to Silent Hill, the same town, but we were looking this strange world entirely through the point of view of the hero we were playing.
Mary, could you really be in this town?
I think it's weird that they keep calling James a hero. That's so strange. Because the way he was created, initially the way he was designed, and this is going off the way he was created, guys. If you think the reason why he's in oh my gosh, purgatory. The reason why he's there is because of what he did to his wife. I'm not saying like I said, black area, white area, gray area. We play in James's gray area where he got a letter from his wife, right? And he's going back to their special place, and their special place was Silent Hill. The issue is James is not innocent. Though, yes, it was out of frustration. It was out of verbal abuse from his wife because she was ill. It's complicated in itself, but calling him a hero is weird. And I think it's because we always play as the hero character per se, or antagonist, protagonist type character. He's more of an anti-hero, I guess, if you want to keep the hero card, because we're playing as him and we're trying to survive. But hero, who is he saving? He's not saving anyone. And that's my theory of a hero. Hero means, I'm going to put it on the screen, is you're saving someone. You're a protector, right? He's being punished. That's why Silent Hill looks the way he is. That's why Pyramid Head was there. That's why he's called the Punisher. It's weird.
Realize that Mary is lost somewhere into this strange place.
At its core, it's also the idea of the myth of Orpheus. And whatever a man can go deep in hell to bring back the soul or the person he loved the most in his life.
So it's much more about psychological horror, even if we are going to find again all the same creature and the same strange terror sequence, something like that. But the first big interrogation and the first big terror is about ourselves. Are we mad?
I like that. Because
are we sane?
And that's what they actually talk about, is that another theory of Silent Hill is that James is just imagining all this. And I like, if they're playing on the psychological side, I'm excited to see it. Because, like I said, I'll give my opinion. I'm sorry, guys. It's just, that's interesting. That's really interesting.
Are we saying to go back to Silent Hill to find this great love?
This one now has so many years from the first one that there is a clear idea from Christoph to make it modern, but also very true to the video game. And that's also what it is. We are also respecting the will of the author, the producers, and Konami into this adaptation. Christoph, it's really somebody that respects the work that has been done, but that also has his own vision. It nurtures the creative vision of the authors from the game, but with a different vision from a filmmaker. And both, they have created, I believe, something that has struck the minds of the fans.
James! Stop! Leave her alone!
The Game of Silent Hill franchise were great artistic achievement, and I have a responsibility to transpose that on a big screen, you know.
Christoph is a real gamer. He has been immersed in this world.
That's why The first film was so well received by the fans of Silent Hill because they felt that I was one of them, and it was so important for me to respect the original creation. You know, that was the base, the start of everything. Everything starts from this respect. So I'm going with a maximum of humility, a maximum of respect, but in the same time I have quite a charge, quite a goal, which is how to transpose the language of the game, which is entirely about immersion, into a tale, into a story that we can tell in 90 or 100 minutes.
The monsters are also one of the key elements that the fans are waiting for. And we are updating those in a way that the creation is similar, but they will be striking.
For me, one
That's
of
nice.
my major goals in this film is how to redesign the classic monster of Silent Hill. I was talking about Red Pyramid, you know, this big guy with the helmet, you know. He's, again, in this one. Some of the creatures of the film of back in 2006 were very, very appreciated by the fan. But in the same time, for me, it was important to come back with surprise.
It's a new universe, it's a new challenge, and those are very important to bring this.
Okay, I have to say this. Which friends are you talking to? Are you talking to all the friends? Are you getting everyone to Hypnoxis? Because what I did for me personally, I asked people who've played the game, I asked people who didn't play the game. I've asked people who just loved reading the comics, and then everyone in between, right? People who've never seen the games actually enjoyed the movie. They thought it was pretty okay. They said it wasn't necessarily, oh my gosh, it's scary, but it was interesting. They wouldn't watch it again, but it was interesting. Now, I didn't watch. Sorry about that. I didn't. I didn't see the movie until when it was already released. I didn't even know there was a Silent Hill movie until I walked into. Now the store is closed. It used to be called FYI or FYE, and it had a lot of movies and music and things like that. And I saw it on sale for $5. So I went ahead and bought it because I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is." I watched it and I was confused because I was like, "Okay, are they doing Silent Hill 1? Are they doing Silent Hill 2?" And then I couldn't really understand exactly where they were going. I was confused because the main character was a woman. Not saying that's an issue, obviously. Okay. But why is pyramid hair there? I get a lot of things are done for the fans, and I know I said I was going to get my opinion at the end. I'm sorry, guys, but I had to talk about this. But that's a pet peeve of mine. It kind of irritates me because I get it. I adore Pyramid Head too. Soon I will be getting a Pyramid Head tattoo. Yes, I am because he was striking to me. I loved how they wanted to give him a box head, and they were literally debating on his head, and they came up with multiple ideas, and bam, they decided to do this, and it was striking. It was beautiful. It was amazing. But doing stuff just because he's a fan favorite is, I'm sorry, it's a cop out now. Just because that's why he's on the front of the screen. A lot of on the posters, he's the front face because he want people to be drawn in because it's like, ooh, we see something cool, or ooh, we see Pyramid Head, but his purpose, right? And like I said, guys, I'm gonna come in with open eyes, fresh pair of eyes when I go watch this movie because that's important for me. But and I'm trying so hard to not take it too passionately because I like how initially they're putting it in a real setting. I love how they're putting it in a real setting. And that's one thing I feel like is hard, extremely hard, when you take a game and try to put it into a movie or put a movie into a game. I don't think they ever did that, but just imagine if they tried to do that. Technically, they did Borderlands. I forgot about that. And that went to hell. And that was a series, I think, or a movie. It went to hell. Okay? So the point is, it's harder than it looks. If you're going off the Silent Hill 2 story, the basic story is this man received a letter from his deceased wife, and that she was literally in their special place. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry about that. That she's in their special place, waiting for him. It's not a search for love in a sense. He's searching for if she's really alive. Is this true? Yes, he loves her. You can see it in his eyes, but it's not looking for a search, a lost love in sense of he's trying to bring her back from the dead, and that's what I was getting. Could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but that's what it's feeling like. They're trying to resurrect her from the fucking dead. This is not an exorcist kind of situation. It's literally a really sad, do I even want a psychological horror story? But I don't even want to call it a love story. I feel like a specific genre doesn't really fit for this. It's just that it's purgatory. I don't even know if that's right. The point is, it just don't feel right calling them just some type of lost love, trying to find each other, resurrection. That's what I'm getting from this, and it sounds really disappointing a little bit. But the fact that he said he got his okay from Konami, he got his okay from the initial artist from the story, the creator of the story, then hey, if they love it, I like it at this point, and I hope the movie is good because we're gonna talk about that later.
Icons differently to the audience because they want them to have that wow effect.
That's why, I found a very interesting collaboration with the people of Konami. They helped me a lot to achieve this new design of the monster, because they are also working on new episode for the franchise of Silent Hill.
The younger audience, they want that collective experience. They want to be with their friends, they want to talk about it, but they want also to live that experience together.
We all know that watching an horror film alone at his home is quite different of being into a big theater with a crowd and everybody jumping at the same time. It's very different.
We are modernizing, we are giving him what the audience of today is really wanting. We are trying to do as much as possible, creating a new experience for that audience. Could be more immersive, interactive, and we have now new technologies, but we still have what makes the best is the story. And this story is at the core of it. So we hope that Return to Silent Hill will be a great return.
And if we want to keep the link with the audience, we have to be perfectly aware that everything has changed in 15 years. Everything has been washed away. We have to bring back something, very surprising.
I agree with you there, Christoph. I give you your flowers. I hope you do it justice. And that's not sarcastic, I promise. This came out in 22. So it's been a couple years. I wanted to show you guys this because this is kind of giving some information a little bit about their direction of how they're going to treat this movie. And I hope they truly know what the fans want. I'm a huge fan of Silent Hill. I am. And yes, I know, guys, I'm still working on things. I'm getting things pushed out. No worries. But I really hope they know. So let's watch the trailer. This is the actual trailer, and this trailer came out on it came out 16 hours ago. All right, so this is by Starlight Cinema. So shout out to Starlight Cinema. Let's go ahead and watch it, guys. This is the official trailer. All right, short and punchy. Short and punchy. Alrighty, so let's get back. So, guys, my full honest opinion. And to ask your question, do I think this is a good idea? Well, no. For someone who would love to have so many movies on Silent Hill alone, this is not a good idea. And I'm going to tell you why to the best of my ability. One, the main thing is we already have two movies. One movie did pretty okay, and it surpassed, the money that they put into it surpassed that. Like I said, people who never played the game loved it or liked it, thought it was okay. Will they go back? No. No one's really talking about it either. Keep that in mind. There's still classic movies out there that we still talk about to this day, and Silent Hill is not one of them. And it hurts my heart to say that because, man, because I am always rooting for another Silent Hill movie, game, whatever. The second movie flumped big time. It flumbumpled horribly. The main issue with two was the fact that it felt like it was zooming through the movie. There were just you was here, then you're already at Y, and you're like, how? They changed the roles of a lot of the characters. I get they were trying to put it once again in a modern situation. You can still put an older guy as Vincent. The fact that they made him a love interest, everyone doesn't need a love interest. That's why there's asexuality in this world, guys. Everyone doesn't need one. Why can't people be friends, brothers, relatives, sisters, friends, associates, acquaintances? That's literally what a lot of the, other than like James and Mary, and they're all acquaintances. They don't have to be a love interest every single time. Look at Murphy from Downpour. He didn't have a love interest. We don't need one. Silent Hill 4 The Room. The main guy that we play, I will put his name on there. He didn't have a love interest. Oh, technically, let me take that back. There was some speculations between him and the next door neighbor, or she liked it him, but never really implied. They're both was in this hellish thing. You know, Never really implied. She was going on dates while he was stuck in an apartment. Okay, so there's implication, but not like, hey, they're lovers, they're dating, they're in this together. No, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with love, guys. I've been in a relationship for almost 14 years. Yeah, it's not that. What I generally want is them to focus on the truth, the creatures, the story. That's what I want. The truth of what it is. Yes, put it in a realistic situation. Respect the product. Yes, respect the game. Respect the story. Put it in modern times. There's nothing wrong with that, and that's a wonderful idea. The issue is, are they're changing too much that doesn't need to be changed. Even down to wardrobe ideas. If you're basing this off of Silent Hill 2, why can't you get a blonde haired guy? There's a lot of them out there. Maybe they just didn't want to. Maybe they felt like, well, in modern times, he will have a leather jacket. He will be scrubby, dark haired guy with a nice little Mustang car. It already there, it felt like I'm in a totally different movie. Because you could have still kept the same vehicle. It could have been a Lincoln. Classic Lincoln car, same color. Right? He could have still had a jacket of sorts, but make it green. Make it, you can still be leather, but make it green. You can add little spices on it where it doesn't feel like it's a completely different movie. Choices don't make sense. The choices don't make sense. If Konami, like I said, if Konami co-signed it, if they already said, yeah, it's great, they like it, I love it, I'm going to go in with open eyes. Do I think it's a good idea? No. If you're going to make a Silent Hill movie, move on from the first two movies. And three, technically. Go to four. Go to five. They reference Downpour in Revelations with the police car and the prison bus. Yeah, they reference Downpour in that. Let's go to Downpour, but leave the first one alone. I He said there's gonna be surprises and he's gonna do great things with it. I hope he does. I hope he lives up to that because, as a true, honest love and fan of Silent Hill, I'm watching. I am watching.